pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Could we have a roll call of members?
Mr. Johnston, Mr. Francis, Mrs. Irwin Adams, Dr. Malloy,
Here.
Mr. Hoff, Mrs. McGinnis, Mr. Mignon,
Here.
Mr. Greenwood, Mr. Cook.
I'd like to announce that prior to this meeting, we had an executive session. We had an informational session to talk about real estate, and we talked about personnel issues. Okay, at this time, we have a special presentation.
Also Mr. Hatch and Dr. Malloy.
Mhm.
So this evening, I am pleased to present Mr. Owen Hoover in regard to the National Merit Scholarship Program. So about 34,000 commended students throughout the nation are being recognized for their exceptional academic promise. Commended students placed among the top 50,000 scorers of more than 1.6 million students who entered the 2024 competition by taking the 2022 preliminary SAT or PSAT National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. We are very, very honored this evening to introduce Mr. Owen Hoover, who has earned this recognition. Owen demonstrates high academic achievement, and we want to take this time this evening to congratulate him on his success. Less than 5% of test takers receive any commendation from the National Merit Program. Owen, we are honored to give you this framed letter of commendation from the National Merit Scholarship Program. Congratulations, Owen. Would Steve and Leslie Hoover please join us as well? Parents, Steve and Leslie Hoover, for a photo.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Quite an honor. Congratulations.
Thank you.
We have one final presentation this evening. So this week, October 16th to the 20th, is School Bus Stop Safety Week. We all know the importance of safe travel of our students and in school bus transportation, and primarily that transportation is safe. Unfortunately, accidents and things can occur to our children outside of the school bus when they're entering and exiting. This week, we wanted to focus and bring some more awareness to school bus stopping laws. Not only is it irresponsible not to stop for a school bus when the red lights are flashing and the arm is extended, it's also detrimental to the driver because there are fines and things that occur related to that. So this year, or this past week, in collaboration with our MLTB students and our students at Pleasant Valley Elementary School, we developed or produced a video that we're going to be promoting this week through social media. We've talked out to the police department and Logan Township police departments to help share that message as well. So we're going to share that video with you here this evening. It's a short video that also was a 2-minute timeout video that was part of the Fox 8 news program that aired Friday night on Fox 8 as well.
Recently, there have been several incidents regarding school bus safety in the Altoona Area School District. To combat this, we traveled to Pleasant Valley Elementary School to see what the students have to say about Pennsylvania's school bus stopping laws, reminding everyone of the importance of keeping our children safe from harm.
When you meet or overtake a stopped school bus with red signal lights flashing and stop arm extended, you must stop. Do it for me.
When you approach an intersection where a school bus is stopped with red signal lights flashing and stop arm extended, you must stop. Do it for me.
You must stop 10 feet away from the school bus. Do it for me.
You must wait until the red light has stopped flashing and the stop arm has been withdrawn before moving. Do it for me.
Do not move until all children have received a place of safety. Do it for me. If you're in doubt if you should stop, stop. Do it for us.
The responsibilities of a driver stopping at a bus stop at the appropriate times are immense. 1.5 million children are transported on Pennsylvania roads each day, and those children will travel an approximate 400 million miles to school each year. To further promote safety, school vehicles may be equipped with a yellow flashing or revolving light to indicate that the bus is coming to a stop. Not only is it dangerous and reckless to not stop at a bus stop, but it is also illegal. The penalties are quite steep, and all of them will be applied for breaking the law. Regarding separate roadways, drivers may proceed on a highway or road with a clear defined section or physical barrier, allowing separate roadways. If you are ever in doubt if you should stop, stop. For the safety of our children, be cautious on the road and abide by these laws in order to both avoid the penalties and, more importantly, save lives. Don't do it for yourself, do it for them.
Yeah, our kids did an excellent job with that. So thank you to Mr. Spade and his team for putting that together. Just want to emphasize, the last point there, when in doubt, stop. We have had a number of incidences, and it seems to be the same routes where we tend to have these incidences where we encounter four-way stops that there may be some confusion about. But again, when you see a school bus and you see anything transporting students, we'd really like to encourage all of our citizens to, when in doubt, stop, because our kids matter. So thank you. Dr. Malloy brings up a great point. So when the white strobe on top of the bus is flashing and it's very evident, that indicates that is turned on when students are on the bus. So that's a perfect indicator to make sure that when we are driving on the roads that we're following those simple guidelines and not be in a hurry and not be distracted, that we're not paying attention because lives matter. And it only takes one slip up for a tragedy to happen. So we would encourage our citizens and our residents to please pay attention to our buses and to our students. Thank you again.
Thank you. Okay, at this time, we have hearing from citizens. Citizens wishing to address the board are to clearly announce your name, address, and if you're affiliated with a group, what the name of that group is. Public participants must be residents or taxpayers of our school district or anybody representing a group in the community or school district, any district employee or any district student. Your statement shall be limited to 5 minutes. Please understand that you can only comment once on the same topic. Statements are to be directed to the board president, who is me. You are not to address or question school board directors individually. As school board president, I may interrupt or terminate a participant's statement when it's too lengthy, personally directed, abusive, obscene, or irrelevant. I may also request any individual to leave the meeting, and if he or she does not observe reasonable decorum as defined by me, if a person's conduct interferes with the progress of the meeting, he or she may be removed even with the assistance of law enforcement. And I reserve the right to call a recess or adjourn to another time if a lack of public decorum interferes with the orderly conduct of the meeting. So with that, anybody wishing to address the board, please come to the podium.
I don't know how to lower this. Just go like that. Do I just talk into this? Okay, I'm Stevie Rutherford from 1228th Avenue. I have 2 children in the Altoona School District, one in the junior high, one in an elementary school. elementary school, an area that we reside by, is by a great deal of real estate that has been a discussion that the city have been bringing on board. With that, as a community member and having children who do play for the soccer area that is on that land, it is a little problematic and concerning for members of the neighborhood at what the future plans that the city seek to do with that area. When we look at the safety of not just the neighborhood, but the school districts on what it is that they seek to bring in, how is that going to impact everybody who are here? So as a community member, I seek to be a part of those conversations. I understand there were conversations, again, prior to this meeting that may not be on the agenda. Should they be added to the agenda as a community member, mother, person who lives in the community with children who utilize those spaces, I seek to be a part of those conversations. I guess that's all.
Thank you.
Hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes.
My name is Rosemary Ellis, and I live in Altoona, Logan Avenue. I'm a substitute teacher. I work through ESS, and I've been a sub in Altoona since 2017. In 2018, ESS took over, and I'm here to talk about the pay cut I feel is a pay cut for the substitutes. In the past, for the past 5 years, the public might not know, substitute teachers are paid $105 a day for the first 20 days that we work in the school year. After the 21st day, the pay rate was going up to 115. We've got a $10 raise. This is the first year. I got an email back at the end of September from ESS that said that as of September the 18th, the school district was doing away with that extra $10 a day, what they call longevity pay. We're no longer getting that. In place of that, or I guess as an incentive to get substitutes who are already working to pick up more days or even to hire new subs, there's a new incentive where if you work 15 days out of the month or more, you get an extra $30 a day, which that is really a generous incentive. My issue with that is a lot of the subs like myself, I'm 66, I'm retired. I took this job because it's a part-time job and I work an average of 10 to 12 days a month. Last year, they had an incentive program that if you worked 12 days out of the month, you got an extra $10 a day. I had a hard time even reaching that because sometimes I would be scheduled 12 days, but then there'd be a snow day or something and I'd be off because we don't get paid when there's a virtual, when school is virtual. Anyway, I kind of feel like it's almost like age discrimination against the older subs, because the people who are going to pick up the 15 days are probably your younger people right out of college. And, plus the teachers who do pick up the long-term sub, like say you fill in for somebody on maternity leave, they do deserve extra money because they have a lot more work to do. So I'm not begrudging anybody who works that much the bonus. I think they deserve it. But I don't see why this October, I'm going to make $10 a day less than what I made in 2018. And there are a lot of older subs, like ESS only requires us to work 4 days out of the month to stay on the roster. And they give us their own incentives. Like this week, if I work 3 days this week, my name will go into a drawing to win a gift card. And I have won some of the prizes in the past, and they have incentives. Like if you work on Friday, you get, your name in a drawing to win a prize. So they do have the incentives, but I had to make notes. I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Whenever you took away that $10 from us, I felt like we're here at a certain level. You lower it a little bit, like make them hungry. And then we're going to dangle this bonus up here. That's how it made me feel. I don't know if that's right or wrong, but that's how I felt. And what else do I want to say? Oh, the other thing is when I found out about this, I called other school districts. Hollidaysburg pays $120 a day. When I called them to find out their pay rate and they talked to me, they wanted me to come in that week for orientation. Okay. I didn't go because I was scheduled to work here. Bellwood only pay $5 less than Altoona per day, which Altoona is a much bigger school district. So I think you could hopefully afford to pay that. or, a lot more than Bellwood. But like I said, I feel like it's kind of age discrimination. I know you didn't mean that whenever you changed it. I know you're just trying to get the subs to pick up more days. If I could work 15 days a month, I would already be doing it. Like I said, last year, I had a hard time reaching even 12 days a month. The days are available, but like I said, I'm retired. I don't really want to work that much. But I don't think that I should, we should be making less. You know what I'm saying? Like, just give us back our longevity pay, because I was kind of looking forward to it. I was working towards my 20 days. So I don't know if the public, I think they're teachers. I don't know if the public even knew that, how much subs make. But like I said, yeah, Hollidaysburg, they pay more and they want me to come there, but I'd rather stay here. Since I've been doing it since 2017, the students who are seniors and juniors, I had in 4th and 5th grade. And I, kind of know them, and I'd like to at least stick it out through the rest of the school year and watch them graduate, and students like Owen. Nice kids like that. But anyway, please take it into consideration. Give us back our money and make sure I didn't miss anything.
Okay, your 5 minutes are up, but thank you for
Okay.
being a substitute, and you got some interesting points for us to discuss.
Think about that.
But thank you. Okay, anybody else?
Kelly Bowers, 210 4th Avenue. I was talking to Dutch Brennan the other day, and he was telling me that there was supposed to be a committee formed to come up with the naming of something for Dick Walker. And I was wondering if there's any progress on that. The naming of something for
You can
Dick.
check with who would you want to check with? Mrs. Foreman?
In fact, that was a bench.
That's been some time.
That was a bench we were supposed to have gone
Yeah, but
for.
where is that anywhere? Is there any
Address
progress
me,
on that?
Kelly, address me, not the board member.
Okay, but that's all I wanted to know. I'll
Okay.
talk to Paul.
All right, thank you.
Good evening, Thomas Quinn, 1200 25th Avenue, and you give us another whirl today regarding Keith Athletic. The city paid thousands of dollars for this company to come in, this consulting company, to gauge them on their housing issues in Altoona. The last thing that, and this is in an Altoona Mirror article dated September 12th this year. The last thing they recommended to the city to do is to invest in green space and parks, because the city's well below cities of their size elsewhere. Keith Athletic Field is unique. It's the only green space we have in that area. If you get rid of it, once it's gone, it's gone. So I think the city needs to listen to the consultants that they paid to give them advice and invest in Keith, instead of trying to push the soccer team to Strawberry Flats or Strawberry Hills, whatever it's called, and invest that money into Keith. I'm sure it's a lot cheaper to revamp Keith than it is to start fresh somewhere else. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, anyone else? Okay, we'll move then on to the other parts of the meeting. B, we have, under item number 4, we have minutes. We have A, the approval of the regular board minutes from August 21st, 2023. Approval of the committee of the whole minutes from September 5th, 2023. C, approval of the regular board minutes from September 18th, 2023. D, the approval of the committee of the whole minutes from October 2nd, 2023. Do we have a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Hearing none, those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, number 5, finance. We have A list of payments. B, the financial reports. C, auditing and consulting services. And D, the impact employee benefits agreement. E, a donation from the estate of Peggy A. Peterman. F, the Child Advocates of Blair County parking lot lease. G, the contracted services agreement. H, student approved honorarium. Do we have a motion on those items? Is there a second? Discussion. Hearing none, those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved. 6, policy. We have the AASD policy final reading, and you see the policy that is in the final reading stage. B, the first reading policy, and there's a number listed there. Do we have a motion on those items? Is there a second? Discussion.
Yes, I have one on the policy of local board procedures. It kind of went by the wayside here for a while, but a board member must abstain before the vote and give his or her reason for abstaining. And this includes immediate family, parent, spouse, child, brother, sister, parents, business owners. So, don't forget to abstain, and what we're doing, we're protecting ourselves in a district.
And I think too, Ron, the policy points out a need to state your reason at the meetings.
And state your reason also before the vote.
And also to put this in writing and have that as part of the minutes.
Yes.
Okay. It's according to section 3J of the State Ethics Act.
That's a
right?
policy.
And you also have to complete the form that either Camilla or Susan Franks would have in a pure conflict of interest under section 3A of the Ethics Act.
Yes.
All right, 3A.
3A.
Thank you.
All right, I'll remember that. Okay, anything else? Any other discussion? Those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? So moved. Number 7, okay, we have an honorary diploma, and I think we should mention the individual's name is for Specialist 4 George R. Swartz. We're honored to present this to Mr. Swartz. Mr. Swartz left the Altoona Area High School in February of 1968 of his senior year to enlist in the U.S. Army. And his service years, including a tour in Vietnam, were from 1968 to 1970. So we're honored that we can offer this diploma to Mr. Swartz. B, we have volunteer approval. C, elementary field trips. D, secondary field trips. E, a memorandum of understanding with Penn State University College of Health and Human Development. F, a memorandum of understanding with Child Advocates of Blair County. G, an affiliation agreement with Penn State for undergraduate internship program. H, the Altoona Boys and Girls Youth Basketball grades 3 to 6 program. I, an expulsion request waiver of hearing and agreement. We have a motion on those items. Is there a second? Discussion?
The only thing I'd ask is, in looking at the youth basketball league, I had mentioned this before, but trying not to start games on Sunday until afternoon because of church services.
That discussion actually was held today, and the plan is not to schedule Sunday mornings until at least noon. I believe that is being built into the schedule. Saturday mornings will run a little bit earlier and a little bit earlier in the afternoon. There's actually going to be 4 leagues happening on the weekends, and then 3 of the leagues will be happening Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday evenings at Logan Elementary. So that is definitely being considered. Yep.
Any other discussion? Okay, hearing none, those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Personnel, we have A, personnel agenda items, B, a memorandum of understanding, C, graduate credit reimbursement, D, tuition reimbursement, E, personnel agenda addition. Do we have a motion on those items? Is there a second? Any discussion? Okay, those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 9, student services. A, we have the alternative community resource letter of agreement. Is there any item under that? Do we have a motion for approval? Is there a second? Discussion? Okay, those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 10, we have under business operations, repository bids, and we have those listed. B, capital reserve list of payments. And C, merchant services processing agreement. Do we have a motion on those items?
So moved.
Is there a second? Discussion? Okay, those in favor respond by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 11, new business. We have A, the election of PSBA 2024 leadership positions, and you see those listed. And that's all we have under that one. Okay, do we have a motion on that item? Is there a second? Discussion? Okay, those in favor respond by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? So moved. 12, committee reports. Do we have any committee chair reports?
We're looking to schedule the education committee prior to the November board meeting. We'll have that information out soon, but I just wanted to give that tentative announcement that we're looking to schedule that.
Okay, board president's report. I'd like to tell you that my wife and I are going to be working with Haley and other school personnel from Penn Lincoln Elementary for Altoona Kiwanis Club. We want to start a rather interesting reading incentive program with children at Penn Lincoln. And Kiwanis Club has as their mission to help children. So what this would do would be to offer incentives to children for reading books. And the incentive we're considering is a free summer swimming pass to Prospect Pool. So hopefully we'll be able to benefit the city, benefit children, and just make this a good thing for kids at Penn Lincoln. And Lord willing, we can expand this to all of our schools someday. So I just wanted to report that. That'll keep me busy in my retirement years. Okay, superintendent's report.
Thank you, Dr. Malloy. I am going to be presenting, Julia Klein is at a volleyball game again this evening. So I'm going to be delivering our student representative report and just a couple of items from me personally. Event number one, homecoming description. The Altoona Area High School homecoming was a great success. We were able to sell around 1,200 student tickets for our dance last week, and Aaliyah Layton, representing Sparkle Cheerleaders, was crowned the homecoming queen. An additional reminder to come out and see the fall play of Monster Calls on November 3rd and 4th. The free senior preview will be November 1st. Come support our drama department. Evan Sanders, a 2021 high school graduate, was recently diagnosed with leukemia, and the high school has recently held a dress down day to help raise funds for him. If any of you are able to support Evan in any way, it would be greatly appreciated. Another dress down day has been planned for Mrs. Giansante, a special education teacher at the Altoona Area High School. She has recently lost her husband, and any support would be greatly appreciated. The Altoona Area High School is hosting a haunted hallways night at the high school, which will be open to the public. Many Altoona Area High School clubs and organizations will have stations set up where they will give candy out to anyone hoping to give their children a fun and safe Halloween night. This will be held on October 31st from 6 to 8. The Altoona Area High School continues to shout out to their stellar students of the week. The past two chosen were Bella Graham and Adam Savino. The Altoona Area High School senior night football game will be on October 27th. The senior Lioneers, cheerleaders, band front, band, and football players will be honored at this game. Come support our seniors as they give the Mansion Park its final game of the season. And finally, the Altoona Area Junior High School Drama Club will present The Emperor's New Clothes at 7 p.m. on Friday, November 17th, with a matinee show at 1 p.m. on Saturday, November 18th in the junior high school auditorium. That's the report from Ms. Klein. Just wanted to add, if any of you had the opportunity to attend the ACT Altoona Area High School and Penguin Project show of Annie Jr. that took place 2 weekends ago here at the high school auditorium, it was one of the most moving and special programs I think that I've ever been a part of or ever been at. Our special needs students, along with student mentors, presented an amazing and outstanding show that really should be a credit to our community, to our drama program, and all of the staff and students that were a part of that endeavor. We look forward to working with the Penguin Project in the future. And the next time an event of that nature comes up, I'd encourage any of you out there in YouTube land, or any of you that are out there watching, to please consider attending. It was a very special and moving evening, and the level of talent of our students and the dedication to diversity and acceptance was unparalleled that evening. So thank you to all of those that brought that project to the Altoona Area School District. It was truly special to be a part of. Thank you.
Okay, we have now, for information only, we have A, the payment of college credits for October. B, the policy committee summary. Okay, anything else we should add to that? Okay, other comments, employee unions response, middle management, solicitor.
Just for a shout out to Camilla and Susan. If you look at the school law information exchange that just came out like probably Friday, you'll see there's two interesting tax assessment appeal cases. And I think Delaware got blown up on their indiscriminate ways that they challenged them. I don't believe we're in that area. We're having any problems, but it's a good read. And we'll probably put something out, one of our newsletters in regard to that. That's it.
Thank you. Okay, those are all the agenda items. Anybody have anything else? Could we have a motion for adjournment? Second? Everybody in favor? I think so. We're adjourned.